Scholar.
I think very deeply.
Sinner.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Derrick Pierce. You just tuned in to the Scholar and Sinner show on this lovely evening or morning, depending on whatever time of day you're watching this show. To my right, well, to my left, your right.
I am KIP the Magnificent, y'all. That's
Wow.
right. That's right. I am
KIP
the
the
Magnificent one. Absolutely. Yes, I am. See, because the beauty of YouTube means you can watch this whenever you feel like it.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what it is.
In your commute on the way to work, you know what I'm saying? While you're supposed to be at work being productive, you know, give us some time.
This is productive.
This is productive.
Well, I mean, I think it's productive. It can be productive.
You know, word on the street is that D doesn't like our theme song. Okay, so leave it in the comments. What do you think about our theme song? You know,
It's not that I don't
feeling
like
the theme song. I'll make
It's-
us another one. I'm pretty
It's
magnificent.
trivial.
Trivial.
Yeah.
Oh, what does that even mean?
It's like, meh.
Yeah. Okay. We can go back to the drawing board. Be on the lookout for a new theme song, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I think you guys should actually leave a comment below if we should come up with a new theme
Should
song.
we come with a new one or not? Should we refresh the theme song?
Yeah. I
And
think
you know
we
what?
should.
And it's good seeing you guys because we haven't seen you guys in a while. Or
We
better yet, you
can't
haven't
see
seen
them.
us. Wait, let me finish my shit, man.
I'm just
You
saying.
haven't seen us in a while, but we're back.
I still look the same.
Yeah, you still look the same. Back like I never left.
You left?
No, I ain't really go nowhere.
No, you didn't. Because I left.
Yes, you did.
I was on vacation.
Yes, you were in Malibu. Malibu.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Malibu. You had
Those rock formations look surprisingly different than anything I've
it
seen
looked
in
it looked a
Malibu.
lot like somewhere else on Earth, but you know Malibu it was that beautiful part of Malibu where they only speak Spanish, and you had
That's all of SoCal, though.
yeah, true. That's all of SoCal.
Yeah.
That could be anywhere in SoCal.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be East LA. Ain't no beaches in East LA though.
No.
Ain't no beaches in East LA.
Hey, I heard there's bitches. I was going to say, no, there are some bitches in East LA.
See, that's because your mind is filthy.
No.
I said beaches.
Sound like you said bitches to me.
See, you are a filthy animal.
Listen, it was actually a little bit difficult for me to go away for that long.
What? How?
It was. I get a little anxious, like some anxiety about day 3.
Why? Is it
Because I feel like I need to be here to run business and to make money and, you know, like do those things. You start freaking out.
So is that being like a control freak, or is that a fine line between that and feeling as though that you're losing?
Losing. It's not a controlled. The staff that I have at my gym is fucking amazing. Like they're awesome, right? They can handle everything. It's that, you know, oh gosh, I'm over here and what if this big multi-million-dollar opportunity shows up and they're like, shit, you're not here, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
That makes sense. That does.
It's
make
ridiculous.
sense.
It's stupid what I'm thinking.
But you do
I
have the
can't help
power to generate income wherever you are.
Yeah.
Simply by virtue of your wonderful bullshit iPhone over there in your hand.
it. Well, I'm saying.
I mean, I'm
hate
just saying.
on the motherfucker all you want.
No,
My OnlyFans got updated while I was on vacation.
Yeah. I mean,
right.
the iPhone is cool if you like inferior technology.
I don't know. 4K seems to work just
The
fine
shade
on my
is
phone.
real.
Was the shade from your fucking flip phone over there?
My shit is dope.
If you say so.
Shit
You're
is
literally
all
the
the way
only
dope.
person on the planet that has that phone.
Okay, I'm special. You know what?
Yeah,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's special KIP today because I'm special.
Yeah, you are special.
Yeah, not
You're
short,
the only
but
fucking
special,
genius
regular,
to pay $2,000 for a phone.
I didn't pay $2,000. No, I didn't.
I'm sorry, $1,700.
Hey, look, man. Hey, don't get out of my pocket. Why don't you get out of my pocket? Get out of my pocket. This is over here pocket watching.
Get
you know
your
what I'm
laptop
saying?
out your pockets too.
Hey, watch this. Magistrate.
So, anyway, vacation.
Vacation.
We actually had an extra room.
Oh,
We
man.
affectionately call it the KIP's room because KIP was invited with the group to go on vacation, and
Yeah.
he chose to forego the vacation.
All right, so in my defense, right, I would have been the wild fifth wheel on this
No, you wouldn't
couples
have.
resort getaway.
you wouldn't have.
Everybody's all booed up, and I get to cuddle with some pillows. Are you crazy?
No,
all
that's not true.
All the wonderful love fest that was
the
going
first
on.
night that we were there.
I saw the pictures, cuz.
Yeah, but you didn't see.
Standing on the beach with the sunset, all picturesque.
That was on like day
Light
4, bro.
cascading down. Man, that looked like
First
some-
night Jay and I were there.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
That shit was awesome.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
it was
It
dope.
Somebody got some jewelry too.
Yeah, she got a proper ring.
Mm-hmm. It's all the way proper. You
Oh
did
yeah,
good-
100%.
Good job.
She got.
Good job with
she
the design,
got.
brother.
She got a private chef.
She got a private chef.
3-course.
You know what?
Dinner.
Let me explain something. Hold on a second. You cannot brag about the private chef or the 3-course dinner because she set the shit up.
Yeah, but I still made sure that it was there for the night that we were showing up. I did.
All right, I'll take that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She didn't know what we were going to do.
That. Okay. I digress. You did some special
she
shit.
She goes, do you think we should go like a day earlier? And I'm like, yes.
Hey,
Book that, get the chef, do all this shit. I had the ring made, all that kind of stuff. We had a wonderful night there, private chef, private event, right?
I saw you looking quite suave and dapper in that suit.
Yeah, she likes that
Yeah,
stuff.
and I mean, she looked really fresh too, though. Like she looked.
Of course
like
she did.
She was out there stopping traffic. I was like, look at y'all.
There was
Look
another
at you
very high-end Instagram model that we're all quite familiar with that had a very similar dress on. And I got to tell you, that girl looked pretty dope. But Jay looked fucking amazing in that dress. And I looked at it, and I put the two pictures side by side and sent them to her. And I'm like, yo, our homegirl looks dope as fuck. But you look fucking perfect.
I mean, it's not a competition or anything.
Yes,
like
it
that.
is.
Okay, well, fine.
It just is. It's okay. And it's okay that it's a competition.
Hey. I'm not mad with the peacocking.
Yeah.
Just go on, show them off.
My
It's
chick
like
fucking killed that dress.
You put a lot of times individuals put shit on Instagram to show how fabulous their life is, but I don't think that's what you guys were doing.
No.
I think you're hardworking people, and this was an expression of you being able to live.
I don't
outside
normally
of,
take vacations.
Yeah, to live outside of those normal boundaries. Right?
Listen, prior to this, and all the previous vacations have been like fucking Rough Rider annuals and shit, which are not vacations.
Rough Rider annuals is us chilling in a motel.
Yeah, Motel
standing
6
around in the parking
with
lot
a fucking barbecue in the parking
with
lot.
a barbecue, talking shit
with Tweezy slanging everything.
Tweezy got it. Tweezy is hustle man extraordinaire. If
y'all ever in Oakland, just ask for Tweezy.
Ask for Tweezy.
He got you covered.
If you want it,
he got custom knives.
I got it, I can get it, chief.
He got, I don't know what the fuck else, scarves.
He got all
shit.
that shit.
He was probably selling masks.
He probably is. Tweezy got it all, man.
Yeah.
Tweezy
turns his motel room into like a bodega.
If you've ever seen Hustle Man from Martin, that's how Tweezy gets down.
Yeah.
If you want it, I got it. If I ain't got it, I can go get it, chief.
Yeah, pretty much. That's Tweezy.
Yeah, Tweezy.
So anyway, so those were the vacations prior to this, right? And this shit was ridiculous. It was a private villa, around 4,500 square feet, a master suite from fucking Amazingville. There was a jacuzzi, a pool. You could see the beach from every direction.
Wow.
Yeah, and we spent the whole night
playing Monopoly.
Oh, I was dragging my balls across everybody's pillow.
Oh, sweet. That's even awesome.
Before they got there. It might have been your pillow.
So
you were the ones that went with us. You might have gotten a little juice on your pillow. I hope you flipped it over.
Did you guys hear me call this man a filthy animal earlier? See, that's why I didn't go, because I didn't want, Derrick Pierce balls cheese on my damn pillow.
No cheese. It was a little juicy. That's all.
The Derrick Pierce balls juice on my pillow. That's just, he's over here
and
marking
we affectionately
his territory.
called the extra room Kip's room. But you would have felt some type of way.
I probably would have felt
because it was like what you would call like the
maid's closet,
the maid's quarters.
See, that would have been some bullshit.
But it had its own bathroom.
No.
But you had to come a little bit down the hall.
I would have been like, see, this is some bullshit. This is because I'm the black dude, right? That's how this goes down, huh?
No, I think it's because you're Kip. And we could have found you like somebody to hang out with because we found someone to hang out with.
Yes, you did. Yes, you absolutely did. You sure the fuck did.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
She didn't speak no English either.
I wasn't gonna say that, but hey, good time.
Hola.
A good time can
Orgasmo.
be had. A good time can be had in many languages. Right?
That's how Jay learned how to say "I'm coming" in Spanish. Orgasmo.
Got it, man. So you're expanding vocabulary, huh?
Yeah.
Orgasmo. We need like a name that let's fly right across here. Orgasmo.
That was my name on the trip.
That would be his Lucha Libre name. We get him a Lucha Libre mask and he can be out
El
there.
Orgasmo.
El Orgasmo. That'll be great.
That's what it was. Homegirl canceled her next appointment because she was
next appointment
beat the fuck up.
Next appointment. So this was Rent-A-Bitch.
Hey. We were increasing the quality of foreign relations.
Oh, this was Lisa Ho. Because, you run the miles up on the lease, you just turn the shit back in. You know what I mean? That's the way it works, right?
Oh, yeah. We actually, we reached the mileage limit before our time was up. And she did the...
Tap it out.
She had to tap out.
Yeah, man,
it was adorable.
Yeah, that's kind of cute. Man, you really paint these pictures of things that when I hear them, they always sound so shocking to me. Like, and I'm not sure how.
You want to know whose idea it was to?
I know exactly whose idea this was. And the worst part about Jay is that
Wasn't
she
mine.
looks so pure and sweet. Man, oh man. If you could peel back the layer of that cute
You
little
don't gotta
smile,
peel back shit. Just
you'll
take off
find
the
a
glasses.
savage beast.
That is a sadistic bitch
raging
right there.
monster in there.
Yeah.
Yo, she's wiping.
Go ahead. Finish the sentence.
I'm not
Swiping
gonna
what?
finish it because I love Jay and I don't want her to stab me.
She ain't gonna stab you if you're telling the truth.
She's wiping vagina juice off her chin, son,
Yeah.
and with a smile on her face.
Ride or die, homie.
And you gonna dap her up. Boom.
Ride or die. We hit her with the cheat, you know.
See, like
We've now agreed we need to come up with a handshake for the aftermath of the activity from now
I think
on.
a handshake is totally appropriate.
Yeah.
I
And we
think
need
a
to do it
handshake
on
is
video
appropriate.
while the body's laid out in the background.
There you go.
So like it's out of focus. It's just like a female chick, like, and then we're like,
that would be fantastic.
yeah.
This thing is so far out of my consciousness, it's not even funny. Because like in my imagination, you do this for a living. You get paid to do this, but you also do this shit for fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So,
Well, you know, I had told you that I wanted to. So I think what I want to do is, in addition to talking more about, you know, my personal life, right? I'm also in therapy, right? In couples therapy, because that's what you do when you make some outlandish fucking mistakes and
Right.
and you know, that type of shit. So you try to get on the same page, right? And it's an interesting journey, you know, to do that, because you have to kind of open yourself up to your own introspective activities, right? And really kind of come clean with yourself.
right. You know, it's. I think that the idea of therapy is also very important because therapy is about healing, right? And
Yeah.
a lot of times when you're focused on what hurts, you can't get past the pain to get to the place where the pain can actually go away. So you can facilitate some type of activity that's going to help you heal. So that's why therapy is very important because, like, you know, we're Gen Xers and a lot of times our parents fucked us up, whether they were conscious of it or unconscious of it. We have.
I think everybody's fucked up, man.
I know, but that's because there's no such thing as normal. And
No.
a lot of us like to
Because
think.
normal's an idea.
Yeah, a lot of us like to think that we can put our finger on what normal is, but the fact is there is no such thing as normal. And then you start feeling inadequate because you're not living your life up to a standard that's unattainable, right? Like what's
Right.
normal for you is not normal for me because, like, when we were talking about relationships, like, I think it's kind of fly. Well, it's kind of cool that you have a relationship when you and your girl can go hunt, you know,
Yeah.
hunt, you know, other girls and stuff. But like, I'm the guy that just wants to be satisfied right here. I don't need extracurricular. I don't need the sprinkles on the ice cream. Just give me the ice cream. I'll be happy. You
Yeah,
feel me?
but
I don't need the extra shit.
The irony of that is being satisfied right here is actually I'm working for the same thing.
Right. No. True.
You know what I mean?
True.
It's just what satisfies you is different. You know, if you use like the automotive analogy that we all can kind of like identify with, some people are cool with, you know, that normal, you know, steadfast commuter car that starts every day and they get you from A to B and they don't really care too much about it. And other ones want to style that motherfucker out to no end. And people are like, why the fuck you put all that shit on there
Right.
and do all that stuff? You're crazy for spending that much time, effort, and energy into it, right?
That's
and
true.
you're like, yeah, but that's an expression of me. But the activity, the vehicle is still has the same purpose, right?
Right. But I think that there are two things happening here, right? Like, first is the desire to want to upgrade or to always be seeking is a part of personality. That's
Sure.
you, right?
Sure.
But like in my consciousness, when I think about it, I don't know how, like, it sounds like diminishing returns, right? The older I get, the less I want more complications. Like, the older I get, the simpler I want things. Because in my head, simplicity creates comfort. Simplicity and expectation means that I can kind of be comfortable here because there's not going to be something that comes out of left field.
I agree with you. Like simplicity is comfort. You know what I mean? But just because it's not the norm doesn't mean it has to be complicated.
True, that's true.
And
that's true.
you know,
Right.
we've been talking about this, and you and I have spoken about this too. Is everybody understands what monogamy is, right? You understand the function.
I think
they understand the basic concept.
Yeah,
of
the
monogamy.
concept of monogamy.
Okay, you understand the form
Right.
and function of it, right? Is that if you're with one person, that's monogamy. You don't go outside of that activity. And so most people understand the normal rules and regulations or the confines of a monogamous relationship. But when you go outside of that, right, and you say, okay, we're non-monogamous, then the spectrum changes because it's not the road that's most traveled. So the lines on it are not as defined, right? So you have to find what works for you, and what works for you might not work for the next person.
Right. I think we observed this before because like monogamy is an idea, right? But there aren't any, tried and true methodologies that make sure that monogamy works. Like it works different for other people. Like what I mean by this is that if monogamy is a vehicle, it takes a certain amount of maintenance, but there's no maintenance guide to how to maintenance your monogamous relationship. Like what I'm saying here is that life is on a continuum, right? Like we have these ebbs and
game.
That's right. We have these ebbs and we have these flows, and the same thing that you're searching for in a poly relationship is technically the same thing that I'm searching for in a monogamous relationship.
Not poly.
Well, okay.
Only because it is a different function. So poly means more than one, right? So if we're talking about polyamory, you're talking about
ethical non-monogamous relationship.
Right. Ethically non-monogamous means it has different rules.
Damn titles are just confusing to me. Like this too much shit to remember.
They're confusing to me too.
Okay.
I'm not saying like I just got it all. I'm learning as I go.
Right.
But the difference between the two is when you get involved in a monogamous relationship, you inherently understand the basic guidelines of monogamy because typically that's what your parents were involved in or people around you.
But the execution of those guidelines don't come with any type of instructions.
No, I agree with that.
You're going to figure it out as you go.
But I would say that like your monogamous relationship might more resemble Josh's monogamous relationship than it would resemble
your ethical non-monogamous relationship because there's very few examples.
So you guys would have more similarities between the two than I would. Right. And so because that road is less traveled, you have to work with your partner more deeply. And
when we're talking about examples of diminishing returns, right? The idea of being ethically non-monogamous, that sounds like something that's only carnal. That sounds like something that's only physical. And realistically, in a relationship, your partner is supposed to edify you like spiritually and emotionally. And what is the purpose of having others in here outside of carnality? What is the purpose of bringing someone else into the team when outside of something that's just physical? And then how long is that shit gonna last?
Well, so far, lasting.
Okay.
Like, I mean, it's. I get what you're saying, and I believe as well it's a physical thing. But I think that the more you can connect with somebody else, the heightened reality of the activity can also, increase as well. But I also think that it could draw you and your partner
closer together. That's right.
Now, I also think that there is the opposite flip side of that coin. We could also separate you really fucking fast.
So all right, not.
What?
I was watching the Boondocks, right? I love the Boondocks because Riley and Huey are hilarious, right? And Granddad said something like, "I'm gonna give that man all I got," and then Riley's like, "You gotta say no homo, Granddad," and he was like, I'm not going to say no homo. He said, well, how do I know if you're not a homo, Granddad, if you don't say no homo, right? So every time I start thinking about like relationship shit, I always want to say no homo or pause in the context of the thing because it's like a cultural thing, right? Here's my point.
Get to your point.
Yeah, no homo. The point is that with you and your significant other, going out and finding someone, and there's a sense of adventure that bonds you guys together. There's a sense of activity, right? And I don't believe that sense of adventure or that sense of activity is too much different than riding my motorcycle with my club brother doing 160 miles per hour.
It's funny
because at the end of the
that.
time, when we get off the bike, we might be slapping, high-fiving like, oh shit, man, I can't believe you didn't die doing that shit.
It's funny you say that because before you were starting to go there, I was reminding myself of a time that me and Abu, one of our brothers, right? We were in Fresno.
What up, Abuski?
Okay, we were in Fresno, and I was on a KTM, and he was on a Beamer, and I tapped out at like 185.
Yeah.
And he was probably hitting about 190 because he was pulling
BMW
away.
S1000RR.
Now,
no joke.
Now, looking back, we was both in shorts, T-shirts with our cut on, right? And you look back and you're like, wow, that was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And I never would have done that by myself. I just need somebody else to be stupid with me, and then I'm down for the fucking ride. And it's kind of the same thing now. I got somebody who's going to do stupid, crazy shit with me, and she goes, hey, you know what we should do? And I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. because I got somebody to ride with me like that.
One of the things that I would be afraid of, right, is that I am cognizant that guys are emotionally and physically, of course, physically different, to have a different makeup than women, right?
Sure.
And I think that the way I process emotional information is going to be different from her, so I can't rely or expect or predict how she's going to respond, because sometimes I feel like women are tough because they want to be your woman. So she's going to take something on the chin and act like it doesn't bother her, and then 6 months later she'll be like, remember that time that bitch did this? You'd be like, whoa, I thought we was cool. What
I
you know what I'm
think
saying? Like,
that most men can create a scapegoat scenario where we can qualify their issue with, women are just emotional or women are just sensitive.
yeah,
right?
that's a blanket
it's
term, 'cause
discounting.
dudes are emotional too, though.
Right.
Like,
It's discounting.
I'm
The
emotional
difference is I think that women are more resilient than men, both physically and emotionally. They are. They have so much more shit to deal with.
Interesting way to say it, that women are more resilient, because
I'll tell you like this. This is just something to think about, right? If you have 100 dudes in a room and you tell them to raise their hand and say, how many of your girlfriends at any point in time have ever cheated on you? Maybe you might get half. They might raise their hand, right? Maybe half.
Right.
Okay. And what would you do? Oh, I'd flip the fuck out. I'd beat everybody ass, blah, 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 whatever, right? And that would be their knee-jerk response as a general notion. Okay.
Right.
And if you ask 100 women the same question, how many of you guys ever dated a guy that's cheated on you? 100 hands will go up.
Yeah, but okay, so that is like learned resilience.
Doesn't matter.
That's
Resilience
like
is
you've been
resilience.
socialized into being resilient, because
It's
like
still resilient.
But how many times have you had a knockdown, drag out fight with your woman, and then 2 months later, 3 months later, you're just sitting there and you left a bowl of Cheerios on the fucking counter, and she said something about that fight that happened 2 months ago that has nothing to do with your Cheerios. She took a little jab at you. It was like, wait a minute, this is just some Cheerios.
That's
bitch.
because
what are you
you
talking
left
about?
things unfinished.
I thought she was resilient, though.
No, I said you.
So in respect
Hold
to,
on, wait.
Yeah.
You don't get to skip over that.
Please.
You don't get to skip over that. I'm saying that if they bring shit up from before, that means that you must not have finished that conversation initially.
All right, but what I'm saying is,
Which means you didn't address the core issue, or rather not you, the core issue was not addressed.
what I'm saying is that sometimes, in my opinion, a woman will act as if that the issue is solved, just to make you feel comfortable. She's taking it on the chin.
I don't know if I buy that.
And she may not be able to, the fire may not be put out completely, but in order to, look, man, all right, so let's say you have a colossal mess up, right? And then the woman takes you back, right? Now, when she takes
like
you
me.
back, yes,
Just say like me. That's fine.
like
We can fucking, I did that shit.
Yeah, yes, you did. Yes,
Okay.
you did. Way to own your shit. That's right. So the woman takes you back. Now that take you back is going to come with some caveats.
Oh,
it's
there's
going
a
to come
cost.
with, it's going to cost. That shit is not free. That
No.
shit is not free.
But the shit was never labeled to be free to begin with.
My point is you are going to deal with it until she is fully resilient and done with it.
Listen.
You're going to have to take that shit on the chin.
The cost ain't the cost. There's interest to be paid on that loan.
That's my point. Right?
Okay, but you should know that going in is when you decide to step back in the arena, you got to know.
All this shit is really about choice. You can make a choice to say, all right, I'm going to dissolve this relationship. But the reason why you don't do that is because your emotions are not logical. If every time you fucked up and he was like, well, fine, shit, this shit is over, you would never, ever, ever settle down. What happens is, because emotions are not logical, you will think about what you did wrong, because you're not a fucking sociopath that can just go out there into the world and do all kinds of horrible shit and not think about it.
See, you said a phrase that I've heard through most of my life, and the phrase was settle down.
Did I say settle down?
You did say settle down.
Okay.
It's not a bad phrase.
Yeah,
I don't think there's anything wrong with that phrase.
I think your settling down is different than my settling down.
Well, settling down is settling down.
Settling down is
And
settling
I've
down.
heard through the majority of my life, everybody from my mom to female friends to my brothers, is when are you going to settle down? Or I never thought you'd settle down. And my answer to that is, I didn't settle down. I found somebody who could keep up.
Now, I would actually argue that you settled down.
It's not settling down
How not?
because I didn't have to change who I was.
So, like, the idea of, I don't think settling down means changing who you are.
For a lot of people,
I
it
think
does.
settling down means finding someone that allows you to actually be you, or allows you to improve, that allows you to, that they give something to you. They don't take
how many of our
something away from
brothers
you.
do we know that came from single, right, into whatever relationship they're in, okay, and they changed? percentage.
Oh man, that's like 90. The percentile is really high.
That's exactly my point.
Right.
Not everybody, the majority of people settling down is no longer participating in their life the way that they were.
I would argue that they really didn't want that life.
No, I would argue that they got afraid that they couldn't have what they had, so they settled down.
No, so all right, let's go back to it, right? You were on a KTM doing 180 plus, right? Now you have, twins. You just have twins. Your twins are 5 months old. You may consider not doing 185 because of those twins. Well, that's not necessarily settling down. That's just you evolving as a person and becoming
that's
different.
You changing your mind.
Well, there's no difference between changing your mind and
we get a lot of dudes that when they finally get that woman, right?
Yeah, they actually get from the girl what they were getting from us, and they don't necessarily they deprioritize us. We're not.
I don't think
important.
so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so. Like whatever love, whatever like affection, whatever validation they weren't getting, and so they joined the club, and then they meet a girl, and that girl gives them the love and the validation. The club is not as important anymore.
Here's I'm going to give you a case in point. Okay, there's one of our brothers from our chapter. Okay, that used to be out in the street, not crazy, right? But he had a lot of female friends and was out way more often. He got back with a woman that he had dated previously. He felt that was the best female that he had ever had in his past.
That's right.
So he had better stop doing the things he was doing, right, that he enjoyed because he wasn't going to find somebody like her. The problem was he was, in my opinion, he was operating from a depreciated position. Right? Because what he was doing was settling instead of waiting to find something that complimented him, because ever since then, his life has been relatively miserable.
I think that's a matter of perspective.
It is a matter of perspective.
The term that you use is enjoyed, right? So just because you like, cookies and cream ice cream doesn't mean that you don't like strawberry, right? So because the cookies and cream ice cream is available to you and you gorge yourself on it, and you start saying, well, you know what, I kind of miss the strawberry. And then all of a sudden the strawberry becomes available. So you give the cookies and cream ice cream less attention. I know that's a fucking horrible fat man analogy.
That's a terrible analogy in general.
The point that I'm trying to make here is that, like, the way I see it is that I think subconsciously, as we get older, as we mature, we start to realize that you don't get multiple shots at true love. You don't get multiple shots to hit that home run out of the park. No, you do not. No, you fucking do not. Especially since life is between.
Are you just afraid of what I'm going to say? That's why you keep talking?
No. Look, man, life is between, birth and for men, 74 fucking years, and it's a wrap. You are, playing checkers with George Burns. You know what I'm saying? So once you get to that point, it's like when you find one and you actually believe that it's true love, we're really talking about value here. Is this more valuable than the shit that I enjoyed, right?
Okay, but up until recently, the answer is no.
Up until recently, the answer's been no. So what happened is, here's the thing, right? Like when we're talking about enjoyment, right? When we're talking about the things that define you as a person, my personal opinion is to be more like you, like to find the woman that helps facilitate your growth in that.
But I didn't have to give up, AKA settle down.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Listen. Our engineer had a damn near death accident at one point in time, right?
Yeah, dude got ran over by a truck twice.
He was with the woman that he's with now at that time. You weren't with her? You weren't married, but you were with her, no? Were you? That was that long ago?
Don't get him in trouble.
Because I have no concept. How many years ago was that? 15? About 15?
Did they take one of your vertebrae out?
They did.
Bro, you like 2 inches shorter. Josh is like 6'17".
So I can amend my point. Don't get fucking sidetracked, ADD.
Dude is
I can amend my point. His wife knows about that accident, knows that he was basically the doctor told him he might never walk again.
Yep.
Right? He's still practicing the same activity that put him in death's doorstep. And I'm sure she's not crazy excited about it, but she understands that that's a part of him and didn't give him any sort of ultimatum of this or this. Was like, listen, I'm not really crazy about it, but I know you're going to do it, so just try to be safe. And she supported him in that because that was who he was.
Right.
But how many of our brothers do you know, or people that you know, that have had to be sidelined from those activities for the good of the person that they're with.
So I think
AKA settling down.
I think that sidelines comes in varying degrees of severity, right? So yeah, okay, he might have slowed down, right? And the accident is probably not what slowed him down, but what we're talking about is when you're in a relationship and you are knitted, you're tied to someone, right? You are going to be thinking about them, just as like back to my twins analogy. Like if you have children, you may conduct yourselves. Listen, you guys are not hopping on those bikes. Yeah, you guys are not hopping on those bikes and smashing down to Rosarito every weekend anymore. You guys are not. It's the lifestyle has changed. You guys have gone from sport bikes to road sofas. Stop lying. You've gone from
and
rockets.
I still push over 100 on my road sofa.
You've gone from rockets to fucking like easy chairs on wheels, right?
You can,
Why?
Because my fucking back hurts.
Because that's my exact point. It's
that I should slow down because my back hurts?
No, we're talking about how like the idea of sidelined being a continuum because people change. Your back hurts because things have changed. You can no longer. So it doesn't matter if you're with a woman or not. Things are you're not the same person at 25
but I
as you were
still
at 35.
get to enjoy the activity in its entirety.
So let's say this, right? Let's say that you have a business that monopolizes way more of your time, right?
Yeah.
Right. And you are a forward thinking kind of person. You understand that if you could make, $5,000, $6,000 a day, that bike is going to become less important. Would you sacrifice the financial benefits for the lifestyle that you have? And if you say no, I'm going to be.
You have to be a little more clear with that because the financial benefits to the lifestyle they have, to me, they're tied in together.
No, what I'm saying here is that if you have a financial opportunity that's going to cause you to change your lifestyle as you know it, for a short period of time, for a long period of time, it doesn't matter. Would you change your lifestyle?
I have.
See, this is literally. Then what's the difference between that and being in a relationship? Because you are in a relationship with your finances.
Yeah.
What's the difference between that and settling down, so to speak? Because like
I don't know what settling down is.
Settling down, in my opinion, if we're going to define this for the sake of our conversation, for the sake of this discourse, is changing and becoming. Yes, discourse. Yes, discord. We're having a conversation, brother. Listen, man, stop it, motherfucker.
Go ahead.
I always feel like I gotta roll up a newspaper.
Explain the discourse.
And just rolls up a newspaper and bop you on the nose like a fucking puppy every once in a while.
You were talking about twins and slowing down. Go ahead.
My shit was right. See, what I'm saying here is that because we're in a relationship with our finances, we're in a relationship with people, we're in relationships with ourselves, that on the continuum of who you are and who you will become, certain things cannot be the same. It just cannot. As a child, I thought as a child, I acted as a child, as a man, as an adult, I put away childish things.
I will grant you one generalization, is that things change in life.
That's literally what I'm arguing.
Okay. I will give you that.
Right.
But what I'm saying is because we're discussing relationships and we're discussing settling down versus finding someone who can keep up, okay?
I think that you settle down with the person that can keep up.
But it's not settling down.
How
settling
not?
down implies a slower pace.
No, to me, settling down means not finding someone. Settling down means juggling these bitches forever. That's not settling down. Like, if you really, really think about it, right? You can have a girl on Monday, a girl on Tuesday, a girl on Wednesday. You can juggle these bitches forever if you really wanted to, but you choose not to.
Not the way my back is set up because it really fucking hurts.
The way my back's set up, right? Yeah, see, that's sciatic nerve, right?
Shit is,
you know what I'm saying?
Shit is rough.
Yeah, and it's even crazier than that. Jay will stab your motherfucking ass.
No, she won't. No. No, she won't. She'll just leave.
Yeah, that's still stabbing you in the heart.
But I'm saying, like, there won't be a knockdown, drag out fight.
Right. And then you'll be making the sad puppy face.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is that not settling down?
Because it's not settling down.
Chose.
Oh, I'm getting an incoming message on settling down.
Someone. and this person does suit the function of your lifestyle. Right, and you're gonna be with this person. You're gonna be old.
She says the difference between settling down and settling, and that's where you two are getting confused. First off, we're not fucking confused. No, we're not confused. Okay,
my man's having my back.
Go back to your spreadsheet. Okay,
stay in your place. Listen to all this toxic masculinity.
Just click on there, glasses and all that stuff.
She looks real like librarian-esque.
She does
with those glasses
that
on.
Sneaky bitch.
Go.
That sneaky bitch.
Sneaky.
Listen,
I would never call you that.
Okay,
Jay.
so I
That's
bitch
my
or
sister.
sneaky?
Sneaky, she can be sneaky all she wants, but not the B word, son.
She's a bitch.
I told you to stop.
I just
calling
bought her a hoodie that says I'm not a bitch. I just look like one. The back
She
of her neck
does
says
have a-
daddy's bitch.
Okay, well, you know what? She can own that.
She
That's
did.
hers.
It's like literally tatted on her.
I'm not saying it.
Listen, so I think I do understand the relevance of what she's saying, which is settling versus settling down.
Right.
Okay, so we're just discussing or arguing the semantics of the verbiage.
That's right. That is
Okay,
true.
so I'm saying the brother that I was discussing, right, settled.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, because that in itself, settling,
But
sounds
here's
like
my question: is when I say settling down, and you say settling down, you mean slowing your pace?
Yeah, I mean changing the pace slightly. It might be slower, it might be increasing. Wait a second. I want to back up because I want to address something. You said settling versus settling down. I'm not a fan of settling because
Right.
settling means like, oh, this is kind of what I've ended up with, and I'm gonna be happy.
But how many
here.
people do we know that?
There's-
Okay,
there-
so I guess so.
For
Here's
whatever reason, we have a lot.
here's bridging the gap. Is I consider settling down and settling very similar in nature, because when people have looked at my lifestyle, right, whatever it was, okay, is they post a pre-J, not post-J, okay, is they always looked at, when are you going to settle down? AKA, when are you going to stop acting childish? When are you going to take a relationship seriously? When are you going to stop being this bachelor? And I'm like, when I find somebody who can keep up.
Yeah, but if you even listen to what you just said, all of those are in the confines of, like, those are boundaries set by monogamy. When are you going to settle down with one woman? And the beginning of this was about not being monogamous, right? So if we're saying not being monogamous, I still think that you can be ethically non-monogamous and find that partner that you settle down with, because you and that partner are going to go off and have
You
these
choose
adventures
settle
together.
down, which I give a negative connotation
Yeah,
because
see-
it implies a slower pace. And I prefer to say I find someone who can keep up.
I don't necessarily think slower pace. I mean, change of pace. That pace might be faster. That pace might be slower. It might be whatever. Like, listen,
Negative.
let's not sit here and pretend that you're not going to be 70 years old,
Still
just
fucking bitches.
wrinkly.
Just
and
the qualifications would be different. I want to
that's
make sure that
cool.
bitch got
That's
real
cool.
teeth.
That's cool. But now
That's
you're,
all.
but now you're,
Or
70,
what kind of heart medication is she on?
But now you're 70 years old with a fucking 20-year-old that's in college.
Whatever.
And you have to worry about, their tuition and their needs.
Oh, I
and
thought
all
you
this
were talking
other
about
shit.
fucking a 20-year-old when I was 70.
You probably
See,
will, but all I'm saying is that because life is ever evolving, you have to evolve with it. There's no fucking way
Are you
that
saying
you can keep doing
that I
this.
won't be able to afford hookers? Is that
I'm
what
saying
you're
that you're going to do the shit different. That's all I'm saying, is that you are going to do the shit different. Just like the guys that don't necessarily come out as much anymore with their, because they got new relationships or whatever, they're doing it differently.
I just think they got old, fucking lazy,
So
and got accustomed to it, like a shitty relationship.
So
then they thought they could
let
just
me
walk
let me
away
ask you
from
this question. Let me ask you this
What?
question, Mr. Road Sofa, right? If I was to ask
Don't be a hater.
If I was to ask the 27-year-old D,
Mm-hmm.
right? Are you ever going to get a Harley? Tell the truth. Tell the
Fuck
truth.
No. Fuck no.
Then
Get
what
outta
changed?
here.
Then what changed?
I rode a Harley and realized how fucking badass they are.
Now, hold on a second.
Hold on, I'm not done. I'm not done. And then I realized that, wait, I can still do over 110 miles an hour.
So what?
I can still. When was the last time you ever went 110 on your stunt bike? Shut your mouth.
It's a stunt bike.
Stop it.
It's not supposed to go that fast.
Your Ducati didn't go that fast either, Turbo.
Hold on a second.
I never knew because
will
I never
not
saw the front of your Ducati
disparage
unless you were parked.
The loving, wonderful memory of my Ducati who's no longer with us, okay?
It was an 800.
It was not an 800.
What was it?
Look, blasphemy.
It was
Blasphemy.
It was 848.
No, I didn't have the 848. The
What'd you
848
have?
is evil. I had a Panigale, baby.
Well, Panigale what? They made two. 898. It was an 800.
No, it was not an 800.
What was it?
Fuck you. No, it was the 899. It wasn't 800.
See? It's a fucking lying-ass bastard over here.
At first, I thought
Listen.
I got confused because he said the 898 is evil. I was shitting all over that bike, but whatever, bro.
So look, I realized that I can still go well over 100 on my bagger, except now I
got
can
cruise control.
I can do it in comfort. I can do it with a banging ass sound system. Hey, yeah,
and I can bring stuff because I've got luggage.
yeah, and I can bring my girl with me without having to worry about her not leaning the right fucking way. So to me, the whole thing I'm not talking about.
Look at
you.
the shock and appall.
She rides.
Shocked. I know
She got her own
rides.
damn
Yeah,
bike.
yeah.
The point is that I realized that I could have all of the things that I used to have and have it in a heightened capacity because I broadened my horizons. I didn't
broaden
slow
your
down.
horizons. That sounds like a fucking euphemism. Go ahead, Mr. Broad Horizons. Go
I
ahead.
didn't slow down.
That sounds like when Mufasa held Simba up. It was like everything the light touches. That's you broadening your horizons.
Everything's mine.
Okay, here's the point.
I can have it all.
Settling down is just the wrong word to be describing his
I think then settling down is the wrong word. Evolving and changing.
Yeah, and that's why I don't like settling down. And that's why
Right.
my answer to settling down has always been somebody who can keep
I
up.
would argue that settling is different than settling down. I think that when it comes to finding a significant other, you will settle down when you find that significant other that can actually keep up.
So I
Because
want to
that's
wrap
the way
this up.
you're made,
I want to
and
wrap
that's
this
kinda
up.
the way I'm
But
built.
what are you going to be doing for the holidays? You going to settle or settle down?
Oh, I'm neither, man. I'm chilling. I'm only the lonely. Okay.
'Cause is it cold?
It's okay. I got
It's
some
been like
blankets. I'm doing all right.
45 in the mornings lately.
Bro, it's been chilly. I know it's cuffing season and all you.
And you live
cuffing.
next to the ocean.
It's cold as shit out there. The point is, man. So this is
You
what
just get extra Mexican blankets or
This is,
what?
the Mexican blanket is the shit. If you guys don't know what a Mexican blanket is, can you
Google
Target
it.
Google. The Mexican blankets are the shit, man. If you never had a Mexican blanket in your life, and when he says Mexican blanket, he doesn't mean a 125 pound little blanket with titties on it. That's not what he's talking
No,
about.
I'm talking about a real
He's talking
Mexican
about a
blanket.
real Mexican
Who's
blanket.
like about 160 with some hips on it. Can I just ask a question about the Mexican blankets? This did come up.
Hello, man.
Right here, wait. I got a question. Why do they put like religious shit on the blankets, and then like I feel awkward if I have to beat cheeks on Jesus Christ's face?
Why are you buying a Jesus blanket?
I didn't buy it, but if it's there,
I got the Scarface one.
do I have to? Am I required to turn it over,
I
or is
think
it
so.
blasphemy?
You know, most of the time, I see like a tiger, like a roaring tiger. On a
I see
Mexican
that one
blanket.
too.
I've never seen Jesus on a Mexican.
I
blanket.
have, and the was it the Virgin Mary?
The
I feel like that's an oxymoron. Give me a blanket that got the Virgin Mary
You
on
should
it.
not have anything with Jesus on it in your house. You should act like a vampire when that shit comes around. Okay, you should.
I just
hiss
had my
and show your
production
fangs.
assistant pick up what they call it, the shirt with the thing,
Oh, the little father thing for the,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the Catholic thing.
the priest shirt,
priest- the
because we're
priest
shooting
collar?
one of those scenes.
Word.
Hell yeah, I'm very
Hell
upset
yeah.
that I am.
How appropriate.
I am very upset that I am not the priest in this. I'm actually directing it, but I'm very upset that I'm not the
See,
priest.
I
I want to beat cheeks on an altar
think that. God,
right there.
you know, I was trying.
Let
to
her
say
lay her head
something.
down on the Bible.
See, so here's the thing, right? You say be cheeks on the altar. That doesn't bother me, not one bit, because it's just a piece of wood or
Right.
it's just a stage. But on a Bible is pushing the lines there, brother.
Why?
Because I believe that the Bible is the word of God. I
Well,
believe that the Bible is
without
very
getting into
important.
that discussion again, it's a multitude of different writings that were amalgamated
And
into one.
I am not arguing. I'm not arguing at all. I'm not arguing. What I always
Can I just
What I
say,
always-
if we open the Bible, can I put the gift of life in it and then close the pages?
That's awesome. The question I always have, is if for someone that wholeheartedly is an atheist,
Yeah.
then why is the Bible an artifact that you continuously use as like a counterpoint?
Oh, just
to
to
what
buck
you're
the
doing.
system.
See, then why
I
not?
just like poking.
Then why not some other text? Why the Bible? There's other. You just said
I would
there's
do the
a whole
thing-
bunch of books
I-
that's been
I would
amalgamated
do it
to
to
one
the
text.
Dead Sea Scrolls. I do it to the Quran. Whatever.
Right, but the media that's created is never really based on anti or going.
But if I did to
against-
the Old Testament, we'd be cool though.
no, that doesn't matter. The Bible's both, right? It doesn't matter. It's just a question I always have because even like I was looking at one of the producers. I can't remember dude's name. One of your boys. This is somebody you know really well. I'm not sure how friendly you are with him, but I know you've mentioned him before. He's cool, and I don't remember the dude's name. But he was shooting a rap video, and this rap video was incredibly dark, and people would say demonic because the guy had this like makeup on,
Sure.
and it was like blood and all this other stuff. And I always wondered if you don't believe, then why are you doing that?
Oh, because it's a
Like-
visual. It's because it's bucking the system. It's kind of like, fucking with the status quo.
Then isn't that in of itself heinous, or isn't that in itself an attempt
disrespectful.
to be just to be disrespectful? Then why,
Yes.
but why be disrespectful for no reason though?
Because we get the same disrespect in return.
Ah,
Yes, we do.
okay,
We do. We get the same disrespect from the other side of the aisle.
right. All
Not
right,
the pew,
No, the
but the
pew. On
aisle.
the other side of the pew. Okay, so fighting fire with fire just makes a larger fire, and I'm not. That's just the truth, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm not above being petty. I'm not above being petty, but I feel like if you have a certain amount of excellence in what you do, right, and you're just great.
Are you about to go that it's beneath you?
Yeah, I would believe that is beneath you. I would believe that.
I'm not above being petty and doing some shit to buck the system.
Yeah, like I always wondered about that. Like there's so many individuals that are like, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in this, or I don't believe in that. Like,
it's shock value.
What's even crazier are the people that are Wiccas, right? Right. If you're a true Wiccan, you don't believe
that the witch?
Yeah, you don't believe that the Bible is even relevant in any terms, shape, or it doesn't. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a book, right? And I'm sitting there thinking, like, well, then why is this cross and this stuff a part of like your cultural expression?
Because it creates discord, which then creates a conversation.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave that one for a different day.
Alone.
We want to go through UFC real quick. And the world of sports as we know. So, we typically talk about combat sports, though.
Yeah, man. Davison Figueiredo is 125 pounds of grown man. 125 pounds.
Can you really call that grown man, though?
No, like 125 pounds?
Yeah.
Listen. Davison Figueiredo is his nickname is he calls himself the God of War, right? And this guy literally gets in the octagon and smashes.
But he's not the first one to do it. Mighty Mouse has done it. And Dodson.
True, but that's a interesting point to bring up Mighty Mouse, because Mighty Mouse got traded to one championship because Dana White thought he was boring. He was undefeated. He lost one fight. He lost to Henry Cejudo, but he was really, a technical fighter. He's not smashing people. He's not a destroyer.
No, but if you can't beat him, you can't beat him.
Right. So, but they got him up out of there because the point is,
he wasn't putting asses in seats.
No, he wasn't putting that. He wasn't selling the tickets. Right.
I get it.
But this
Dodson,
new kid, Dodson's a little.
They're
dude.
older. They're from. I think they're from the
and Dodson was
previous.
John Dodson was never a champion.
No, because he couldn't beat Mighty Mouse.
He could not beat Mighty Mouse.
And he whooped everybody else ass except for Mighty Mouse.
But there's only one. There's only two people that beat Mighty Mouse. There's only two.
Right.
And the point that I'm trying to make here is that at 125 pounds, right, there is Valentina Shevchenko. She is 125 pounds of blonde ass kicker, right?
Yeah, and then that begs the question of what would happen if they would fight.
How come? So you're the fighter. Why don't they let the dude and the chick fight each other? Why not? They're the same weight.
Because women can't fight like men.
Ooh.
Sorry.
How you like that? For misogyny. Because women can't fight like men?
No.
Okay.
I don't think they have the same physical aptitude for it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Shevchenko would probably over time whoop my ass, right? Like, I mean, she'd take pot shots at me how fast she is. I'm not even tripping on that. I'm just saying that if you take the best of this and the best of this and you put the two together and they're from different, male, female, I don't see
all right. So we need to qualify and clarify women can't fight like men, because are we talking from a power generating standpoint? Because if we're talking from a technical standpoint, I believe that women can fight like men.
Technically, yes, women can.
Right. And
when I've rolled with Ronda Rousey in the past, Ronda can catch me 24/7, but she's not strong enough to finish the maneuver.
Okay. So even in the 125 pounds, because we're not talking about 185.
Right.
We're not talking about
a lighter weight. Yeah.
We're not talking about.
I would watch it.
The UFC.
I'd pay for that.
I would pay for that shit.
Yeah.
UFC could have a women's heavyweight division. They could.
Sure.
And these women would be probably right about 200 pounds, right? Or maybe 205 even, right? But they just don't. There are actual female fighters around the world that are actually bigger. Right. Would a female 205er fight any of those 205ers in the UFC?
No.
Hell no. But 125 pounds?
I would pay to see it.
I believe that the technique should compensate for the lack thereof strength.
You would think so.
You would, because that's.
I think it's a valid argument.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that, because there are two girls that have invited us on their podcast.
Oh yeah.
We're trying to get them on our podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We're just trying to work out a day and a time that'll work. And the reason why I brought it up is because they both do jiu-jitsu.
Right.
And they both compete in jiu-jitsu, and they basically get drunk and talk shit on a podcast.
That's awesome.
Which is just like us, that we don't need alcohol.
You tried to peer pressure me this weekend.
First off, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Fucking liquored up lush.
You can just do what everybody else is doing. I felt like one of those after school specials.
You're only cool if you do it.
Like,
you know what'll happen if you tell anyone.
Yeah, bro, we're all doing it. Here, take the shot, bro.
You did.
Yeah,
you took a lot of shots.
I didn't get drunk though.
6? Was it 6?
No, it was more than that.
6 or 7.
I don't understand.
No, it was 6 or 7.
Look, that was my first time.
And it was the
alcohol.
Azul.
The first time having alcohol in like a year, and I still to this day don't understand.
When did you have alcohol
why.
before that? With me.
Yeah, at the AVNs last year.
Yeah, no.
At the AVNs last year.
Got hammered.
I had 2 drinks.
He
and
got fucked up.
I was wandering around the casino trying to find the exit because all that shit looks alike. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I walked around the casino for about 2 hours, so I figured out.
And
the
both
way
times
out.
you drank, you had a really good time.
No, I went to sleep in my bed by myself, chilling.
Which is really good
Passed out.
time.
It was a great nap. It was
See?
amazing.
You slept all the way home because I drove.
Yeah, you did. You did. You almost killed us a few times, though.
No, I didn't. Tripping. You were asleep.
Yeah, but
I was watching Kevin Hart's new Mediocre special.
mediocre.
Yeah, it's kind of mediocre.
Oh,
It's good. I haven't finished it yet.
yeah, but you're a Kevin Hart fan, so he'll
I dig
love
Kevin
that.
Hart. I think he's cool as fuck. Listen, you know what time of the show it is?
It's porn story time.
Yes, porn story time.
This
This is the time where we take a few minutes and somebody in the studio asks me a ridiculous question about shooting adult films, like the time I had to dress up like a girl.
Did you have
or
to
the
dress up
time-
like a girl?
Did I say that out loud? Book me.
I need some still shots.
Let's unpack that.
Let's unpack that. Did you have a blonde wig on?
I
and
did.
some
It was
lipstick?
blonde.
Oh hell yeah!
It was blonde, and
Lipstick?
I had a potato dress on.
What the fuck is a
Like
potato
a
dress?
is that the right word for it, Jay?
Pencil dress?
No, that's pencil skirt. Like a potato sack dress, where it's tight on the bottom and baggy through here.
Bro,
Is that what it's called? Okay.
pause.
Yeah. It
You
was
gotta-
it was for Naughty America.
You got to say
And-
no homo, so I know you're not a homo.
It was for Naughty America.
How I know you're not a
It was
homo if you don't say no homo, dude?
men.com. No, it was for Naughty America, and it was supposed to be for the fraternity site that they had, like the college site they had. And so the scene opens up with me walking back and forth in these pink high heels, right?
Oh, bro, you walking around in heels with your buff ass calves?
They were fucking huge, bro.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It was awesome.
Your buff veiny ass calves.
It was awesome because they took a picture and it was from like the waist down, and
From the
somebody
waist-
was like, "That bitch got a big ass," and I was like, "Thanks, bro."
D. Look, bro. Look, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. From the waist down,
Yeah.
you in heels still looks like a dude in heels, bro. There's like,
Whatever. I got nice legs. Don't be a fucking hater. So anyway, so that's how the camera starts with the heels like pacing back and forth, and I'm in my girlfriend's dorm room,
okay.
and I'm now complaining because I got like toilet paper on me. It was like a fraternity stunt, right? Like ridiculous makeup on my face, and then I go to sit down in the chair, and then I open up my legs, and then there's just like ball sack and dick. And I'm like, this is bullshit. And I sit down, and that's like the shot. And I'm like, you need to stop studying. And then she like looks at me, and she's like, I actually think you look kind of good. And I'm like, this shit is not funny. And then she and I fuck, but not in the heels and stuff. I obviously take that shit off.
Yeah.
And then we fuck in her dorm room. So that's what happened when I wore a
We're
dress.
talking Ben-Hur level cinema, aren't we?
Ben-Hur. Wow.
Yeah, Ben
You
Hur
went
was
back
awesome.
to that.
Yes, yes. We're talking, you know,
Yeah. So
E.T.
stories like that.
level cinema here.
Stories like that.
Called?
Huh?
What was the movie called?
It was a scene for Naughty America.
Oh, you know,
Is he trying to look
in
it
the
up?
feed? No, because Josh, the editor, was probably going to put a picture right there. If he can find a picture of you
He could.
in a fucking dress, and it'll probably
could.
be right there.
Oh, I look ridiculous.
right about there.
It was like a silver sequency kind of number.
Oh,
You know.
So what they do for your titties, homie?
I got pecs.
Well, that's disgusting.
You're disgusting.
No, I'm just saying. I had a teammate in college in track and field, and her name was Princess. And Princess had the ripple down her chest, and we used to always talk about how
Called
Princess.
striation, but okay.
Yeah, whatever. We used to talk about how she was half man, half amazing, because she was like probably the best athlete on the field. And to be honest with you, 19-year-old me is really insensitive because that was mean, and she didn't deserve that. But that manly striation,
You're an asshole.
Ooh, I have a question.
What?
please.
Have you ever done? Well, I don't know if I want you to snitch on yourself, but have
Well,
you ever
go
done
ahead. Yeah.
like anything illegal while shooting?
Have I ever done anything illegal while shooting?
Breaking into a place where
Well,
you
like
shouldn't
I
be.
didn't like steal a candy bar while we were
No,
fucking in a store. I mean, yeah, shooting porn in public is illegal.
Oh shit!
So we do that all the time. Like, I mean, if you fucking outside your car, like that's illegal. It's public indecency.
That's a good point. So
Yeah.
look at you.
We've done that a bunch of times. Actually, somebody I know got arrested for that shit. They were doing a Fuck Team 5, which is a website that used to be for Bang Bros. And my boy Shooter, who was a director, he caught a case off that shit. And each one of the females, it's 5 girls, right? And they fuck like one random new guy.
What does that case even look like? Like, you know how like when you run from
I
the
just
cops?
know that the company bailed on them and everything, and everybody was left
Really?
on their own.
Damn.
some street shit. It was like, I'm out of here, homie.
Oh well, get it how you live.
Deuces. Yeah,
Because
that was
like
it.
you know, when you run from the cops, it's criminal evasion,
Yeah.
right? Like they impound your bike, you go to jail for a day.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, I think initially it started out as a felony. I think they got misdemeanors. Yeah.
Good for them.
They're-
Misdemeanors. Slap on the wrist. I won't do it again.
It's fucking stupid. Anyway, listen, we got to wrap the show up. We're almost out of time. We appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't already, then right below there, you're going to click the subscription button.
Like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. I want all
Yeah.
the smoke. I'll respond.
Yeah. Kip reads every comment.
Yes, I do.
I don't fucking care.
Happy
I just-
Thanksgiving, y'all.
If you're watching this before Thanksgiving or right
Yeah.
around Thanksgiving,
Be
then happy
thankful,
Thanksgiving.
man. 2020, motherfuckers is in the past tense. You know what I mean? They was
2020's been amazing.
20. Look, you should be thankful. Stop saying I have to go to work and say I get to go to work.
Yeah, some
all right,
people are
motherfucker?
fucked.
Because some people are all the way fucked. So be thankful. I have to work out. No, you get to work out because motherfuckers is dead. So
Thank you guys for tuning to the Scholar and Sinner Show. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Love.
Scholar,
I think very deeply.
sinner.